Teofimo Lopez ducked Steve Claggett. I mean, he's fighting Steve Claggett. Nothing has been officially confirmed yet, but he's fighting a dude named Steve Claggett for in Miami, like maybe June 29th or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But a few fighters came out and said that Teofimo Lopez ducked them. He was offered to fight Kenneth, who had the upset victory over then top-ranked fighter Elvis Rodriguez a couple years ago, and who beat Akadamadev, who he's like a secondary mandatory to Ishmael Barros for Esau's Crew Super WA title. And Kenneth Sims parted ways with PBC. Shout out to Chicago. That's where he's from. So he said they parted ways. It was they mutually parted ways, whatever. And then Raymond Muratalla, whatever his name is, he's going out here saying that Teofimo Lopez, Robert Garcia's going out here saying Teofimo Lopez dunked him. I can't see shit out my damn window this morning. I don't know what's going on. But I'm glad when this damn fake ass weather switch. Jesus Christ, bro. It's irritating. I want to be cold one day, warm one day, cold one day, cold again, warm for a week, then cold. Shit, when will this shit stop? But yeah, he basically said that they saying that it might have been another fighter that he may have avoided too. I don't know who it is. I can't remember if it's another one. But those are two ones on social media complaining about Teofimo Lopez, not fighting them or whatever. And at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. You ain't no mandatory or nothing. I mean, he fighting a guy that's literally a vagabond or whatever. So, the guy, if he ain't still fighting guys like Jermaine Ortiz, and he ain't still fighting, other name guys, the more named than Sandor Martin, he ain't gonna sell in Miami. Too much shit going on in Miami for people to care about Teofimo Lopez. He don't sell in his hometowns of New York, North Florida. So, well, guess what? You can afford the opponent. The opponent is mad cheap. The event probably gonna be at a small ass arena, hold 2,000 to maybe 5,000 people. And really, would Raymond, Muratalla, or Kenneth Sims bought a bigger crowd? Probably not. None of these guys were big names. He wasn't going to rematch Jermaine Ortiz because he lost that fight. So they probably putting Teofimo Lopez in there with a guy that's going to stand in front of him and make him look good. You know what I'm saying? And I think T.O., hey, it's cool. T.O. did more than a lot of fighters. He done took risks. He done took challenges that other fighters didn't take. So, hey, guess what? If you don't like what he's doing, don't support it and don't watch it. But, y'all can say, oh, he fighting the bum tank that did this his whole career. T.O. then took chances, and, maybe after that Jermaine Ortiz fight, they want to work on some things. And, if he fight again this year, I guarantee you to be more against a name brand opponent. Now, some people tend to think that he going for the WBO title once Bud's dropping, but Bud ain't dropping that WBO title right now. He will retain it until he see what he wants to do at 154. So, that's already been put out there. So T.O. probably gonna go for that WBO welterweight title and whatever. But at the end of the day, he got some deficiencies they need to fix. This is why he ain't so anxious to jump in the ring with Devin Haney, because he can't handle the sauce of a slick fighter. Yeah, he explosive with his hands, but he got lead feet. But hey, that's what we want to fight. That's what we want to fight. Like I said, the schedule for boxing this month is mad whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, Devin and Ryan ain't much going on. And then you start to get into May. We got Canelo versus Monkey. I mean, I don't really care about that. I like Monkey, but you got Cambosos and what's the kid's name? You got Cambosos and Usos and I forget the guy's name, and Lomachenko. So we'll see what happens. So, but that's what we want to fight. So be it. I think he earned a nice little soft touch, But yeah, nobody want to watch that shit. They'll probably fill out the undercard with a lot of young fighters. Abdullah Mason, excuse me. They put it out there with some young guys to make it exciting on the undercard. But yeah, they got some things to work on, and they're gonna avoid him fighting stickers and movers and slick fighters. For quite some time. Mark my words. They're gonna try to fight guys that stand right in front of them. And should he have fought Kenneth Sims after what we seen versus Jermaine Ortiz? I don't think so. Same type of skill set as Kenneth Sims. He could take a punch. He'd be a little bit more aggressive. He might be a little bigger than Jermaine Ortiz. I could be wrong there. And Raymond, Muratalla, I've never really seen the guy fight. I heard he hot shit though, so of course he wasn't gonna fight no dangerous Mexican. And, Muratalla was gonna have to move up to him. I don't think they had a problem moving up 5 pounds, but then again, the risk didn't weigh the reward. I mean, you fight Claggett, Muratalla or Sims. I mean, shit, for the most part, you probably gonna sell the same amount of tickets you're gonna sell in all 3 of those fights. Most people don't know them. It'd have been intriguing to hardcore boxing fans, but hardcore boxing fans just make up a small percentage of what boxing promoters looking at. They don't make fights based on what we want to see. You know what I'm saying? They don't make fights on based on what we want to see. They make fights based on what they gonna do, what they want to do. Real skill. There's a bunch of fighters that you need to get to complaining first about how they moving and who they fighting before we get to Teofimo Lopez. So, that's my honest opinion. So I'm not going to kill him. Yeah, I'm like, who the fuck is that? Yeah, I'm gonna ask who the hell is that? We saying come to America, who the hell is that? Start playing the music when the king was coming. So yeah, I'm not gonna trip like that. Man, shit, he did enough, man. He did a lot. Compared to him and Devin, he did, especially him, he did a lot. So for us to continue to keep asking him to do more and more and more and more and more, and then you didn't ask motherfuckers like Tank to step it up. Dudes like Jerron Ennis ain't stepping it up the way he needs to step it up. You know what I'm saying? So I think he get a pass from me on this one. I ain't even tripping about it. Cause all them ain't none of them dudes big name guys. So you probably gonna sell the same. I fuck with Kenneth Sims. I got an interview with Kenneth Sims on the channel. Look it up. What is my channel name? Kenneth Sims. Great family, great people, great dude. From what I see. I want him to get that fight, and I think he could beat Teofimo Lopez. I would bet that he would beat Teofimo Lopez. But obviously, Teo had an off night, but when you put Teo in there with a level of opposition, either he gonna blow their ass out, no diddy. I know Henry's saying, hey, yo, no diddy. Or, it's gonna be a close competitive fight. But what they don't need to do is put him in there with a lower level fighter that can stick and move. That's a little bit slick. But I'm in there with somebody that's gonna come forward, and that's what T.O.'s at his best, fighting aggressive fighters and counterpunching. If he gotta locate you and pick up his feet, he ain't good at that. They can talk about how good an athlete he is. Yeah, he got explosive hand speed, but his feet ain't shit. He ain't got no athletic feet. He got heavy feet. What's the song about Gucci? Heavy, so heavy. That's how you beat it. He probably, he wanted to be black so bad until it's time to be black. He wish he had the footwork of a black fighter. But yeah, I don't really care what he do. He can do. I mean, y'all can complain and voice y'all displeasure, but the only way they gonna take your complaint, for real, only way they gonna take your complaint and do something. Let's do something about it. Is when you don't spend your money, you don't pay your time and pay your money. I always tell y'all, your time is more important than money. I always tell y'all that. You get money back, but you can't get time back. So paying your attention is vital. So, but hey, let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications when you go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel, cash out, $CJ Media 313, Venmo, CJ Media